Love isn't about luck, it's about connection.
Every human being yearns to be loved, to be seen, and to be cherished. Yet we often find ourselves wondering, what makes someone truly irresistible? What if I told you there are 7 timeless rules, real, actionable principles that could make you irresistible to anyone? These aren't tricks or manipulations. They are the foundations of how love operates universally. Think about it. Every human being seeks connection. We are drawn to those who embody qualities that make us feel safe, understood, and inspired. But here's the little-known truth. Being loved isn't about changing who you are. It's about surfacing the version of yourself that naturally draws people in. These 7 rules are the gateway. Whether you're searching for romantic love, deeper friendships, or even greater self-acceptance, each step builds a road toward making you inevitably loved. Stay with me, because what comes next might just change the way you understand connection forever. Let's begin. The first rule, and perhaps the most transformative one, is this: love yourself first. Imagine a foundation so unshakable that it supports every connection you create. This is what self-love offers, a deep, unwavering respect for yourself that sets the tone for how others perceive and treat you. It's not about vanity or arrogance, but about understanding and embracing your worth at the most fundamental level. When you truly love yourself, you stop looking outward for validation. Instead, you cultivate a sense of peace and wholeness that comes from within. This self-love is not contingent on perfection. It is rooted in the acceptance of your flaws and the celebration of your uniqueness. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, chasing unattainable standards, and forgetting that imperfection is what makes us beautifully human. Embracing these imperfections doesn't diminish your value. It amplifies it, showing the world that you are comfortable in your own skin. The energy of self-love is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who carry themselves with confidence and warmth because it reflects a person who respects themselves and others. This quiet assurance doesn't demand attention, it simply invites admiration. To foster this kind of love for yourself, begin by noticing the words you use when you think about yourself. Are they kind and uplifting, or harsh and judgmental? Replace criticism with encouragement, and remind yourself daily of your inherent worth. Another essential aspect of self-love is learning to set boundaries. When you respect your own needs and protect your emotional well-being, you communicate to the world that you are someone who values themselves. This act of self-respect creates space for deeper, healthier connections with others. Prioritizing self-care is equally vital. Whether it's through small rituals of joy like savoring your favorite cup of tea, or larger commitments like dedicating time to a hobby you love, these moments reinforce the message that you are deserving of care and attention. When you begin to love yourself fully, something remarkable happens. You stop chasing after love or approval from others. Instead, love is drawn to you effortlessly. People sense the light within you, the quiet strength of someone who is comfortable in their authenticity and unafraid to be vulnerable. By loving yourself first, you create an unspoken invitation for others to love you too, not because you demand it, but because you inspire it. This is the foundation of being inevitably loved, a love that starts within and radiates outward, touching everyone you encounter. The second rule for becoming irresistibly loved is one of the simplest yet most overlooked: master the art of listening. Few skills have the power to connect us so profoundly with others as listening does. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant interruptions, the act of truly listening has become a rare gift. Yet, it is this very gift that can make you unforgettable in the hearts of those around you. Listening is about more than just hearing what someone says. It is about being fully present in the moment, offering your undivided attention. When you listen deeply, you tell the other person, "You are important. What you feel and think matters to me. This kind of attention is magnetic, drawing people toward you with a sense of trust and warmth. One of the secrets to mastering this rule is learning to silence your own inner dialogue. Too often, we listen with the intent to reply rather than to understand. Instead of planning your response, focus entirely on the person speaking. Watch their expressions, hear the emotions behind their words, and notice the subtle pauses that carry meaning. Another essential aspect of listening is empathy. When someone shares their feelings, acknowledge them sincerely. A simple nod, a thoughtful phrase, or even a moment of silence can show that you are truly connected to their experience. These small acts of understanding create bonds that words alone cannot achieve. True listening also requires patience. Resist the urge to fill every silence or to redirect the conversation toward yourself. Let the other person lead, giving them the space to express their thoughts fully. When you do this, you allow them to feel truly heard, and that feeling is profoundly validating. As you practice this rule, you will notice how people begin to respond to you. They will open up more easily, trust you more deeply, and feel an unspoken connection with you. This bond goes beyond words. It is the power of your presence, the way you make others feel valued simply by listening. Mastering the art of listening transforms your relationships. It is not about saying the perfect thing or offering solutions. It is about showing up fully for the people in your life. When you give the gift of your attention, you become someone who is impossible to forget. A person others will naturally love and cherish. The third rule to being inevitably loved is to radiate positivity. In every room you enter, you carry an energy that either uplifts or diminishes the space. People are instinctively drawn to those who exude warmth, optimism, and a genuine sense of joy. Positivity isn't about ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good and spreading that light to those around you. When you radiate positivity, you create an environment where people feel safe, valued, and uplifted. This doesn't mean you have to be cheerful all the time or suppress your authentic emotions. True positivity comes from a deep sense of gratitude and an ability to find beauty in even the simplest moments. It is a quiet confidence that no matter what happens, you will face it with strength and hope. One of the most powerful ways to radiate positivity is through your words. The way you speak to and about others can either lift them up or tear them down. Compliment genuinely, encourage freely, and practice kindness in your interactions. People are drawn to those who make them feel good about themselves and who inspire them to see the best in life. Equally important is how you carry yourself. Your body language, expressions, and tone all convey your energy before you even say a word. A smile, a welcoming posture, and attentive eyes communicate warmth and openness, inviting others to connect with you. Small gestures like these have a profound impact, as they signal that you are someone who brings light to others' lives. Positivity also lies in how you handle adversity. Life is not without challenges, and your ability to remain hopeful and resilient in difficult times inspires others. When people see you navigating hardships with grace and optimism, they are drawn to your strength. It reminds them that they too can endure and thrive. Cultivating positivity starts within. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset. By reflecting on the things you appreciate daily, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Similarly, practicing mindfulness allows you to savor the present moment, grounding you in joy rather than worry. As you radiate positivity, you will find that people naturally gravitate toward you. Your energy becomes a source of comfort, inspiration, and encouragement. They won't necessarily remember everything you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. This magnetic quality is one of the most powerful ways to foster connections and deepen your relationships. The beauty of this rule is that it creates a ripple effect. When you spread positivity, others are inspired to do the same. amplifying its impact far beyond what you can see. By choosing to radiate positivity, you not only enrich your own life, but also leave a lasting impression on everyone you meet. This is the essence of being irresistibly loved, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet power of your light. The fourth rule to make anyone fall in love with you is to show genuine interest. At its core, this rule is about making others feel seen, valued, and appreciated. People long to feel important, to be understood, and to know that their stories, thoughts, and dreams matter. When you show authentic curiosity about someone else's world, you create a connection that is both meaningful and unforgettable. Genuine interest begins with attention. It's not about pretending to care or going through the motions of politeness. Instead, it's about truly wanting to know the other person, not for your benefit, but because their experiences and perspectives are worth exploring. This type of interest is rare, and when people encounter it, they are deeply touched. One of the simplest ways to show genuine interest is by asking meaningful questions. Go beyond surface-level inquiries and ask about what truly matters to them. What are they passionate about? What challenges have shaped their journey? When you ask questions that invite them to share more of themselves, you open the door to a deeper connection. But showing interest isn't just about asking questions. It's about listening to the answers. When someone speaks, give them your full attention. Resist the urge to interrupt or redirect the conversation toward yourself. Instead, allow their words to unfold naturally, responding with empathy and curiosity. Your presence in that moment speaks volumes about your care and respect for them. Another way to show genuine interest is by noticing the little things. Pay attention to their habits, preferences, or the way their eyes light up when they talk about something they love. Mentioning these details later, like remembering their favorite book or following up on a story they shared, demonstrates that you value them enough to remember. These small gestures create a profound sense of connection and trust. When you show genuine interest, you create a space where people feel safe to be themselves. This kind of connection is transformative because it's rooted in mutual respect and care. People are drawn to those who make them feel understood, and the bonds that form in these moments often last a lifetime. This rule is not about manipulating others into liking you. It's about shifting your focus outward, away from yourself. When you approach interactions with a spirit of giving your time, attention, and curiosity, you naturally become someone others love to be around. They see you as a person who values connection and who genuinely cares. Showing genuine interest requires vulnerability as well. It's not just about learning about the other person, it's about sharing parts of yourself in return. Authentic connection is a two-way street, built on mutual openness and trust. As you practice this rule, you'll find that these connections enrich not only the lives of those around you, but also your own. This is the essence of showing genuine interest, to step into someone else's world with curiosity and care. It's a gift that leaves a lasting impression and builds relationships based on authenticity and love. When you practice this rule, you don't just attract people. You create bonds that are deep, real, and enduring. The fifth rule, be authentically you, is a call to embrace the truest version of yourself. In a world that often pressures you to conform, there is extraordinary power in simply being who you are. Authenticity is not about striving to be perfect or seeking validation. It's about letting go of the need to impress and choosing instead to live with honesty and self-assurance. People are naturally drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. This kind of confidence isn't loud or boastful. It's quiet and grounded in self-acceptance. When you show up as your true self, you create a sense of trust and openness that invites others to do the same. Love that is built on authenticity is deeper, more enduring, and far more meaningful than love that relies on appearances or pretense. Being authentic means aligning your actions and words with your inner truth. It's about honoring your values, expressing your feelings honestly, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Vulnerability, far from being a weakness, is one of the most powerful aspects of authenticity. It shows others that you are human, that you trust them enough to let them see the real you, and that you value connection over perfection. The journey to authenticity begins with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on who you are at your core, your passions, your dreams, and the values that guide your life. When you embrace these parts of yourself, you build an inner confidence that shines outward. This light is irresistible, drawing people toward you because they sense the depth of your character and the warmth of your spirit. Authenticity also means accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all. Trying to hide or deny your imperfections only creates barriers between you and others. When you own your vulnerabilities, you invite others to see and love you for who you truly are. This honesty creates relationships that are rich in trust and understanding, where both parties feel safe to be themselves. The beauty of being authentically you is that it takes the pressure off. You no longer need to prove yourself or chase approval. Instead, you live with a quiet assurance that the right people will love you for exactly who you are. And when they do, that love will be genuine and unwavering. This rule is a powerful reminder that the most magnetic version of you is the one that is real. By choosing authenticity, you don't just connect with others, you inspire them to embrace their own truth. Love flows naturally when it is built on a foundation of honesty. And when you live authentically, you become a source of that love in the world. Cultivating emotional intelligence is the sixth rule for being inevitably loved. This rule goes beyond surface-level interactions, diving into the deeper layers of human connection. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions while also being attuned to the feelings of others. It's what allows you to navigate relationships with grace, empathy, and authenticity. At its core, emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. To cultivate this skill, you must first recognize your own emotions and understand how they influence your thoughts and actions. Self-awareness isn't about judging yourself, but about observing your inner world with curiosity and compassion. When you can identify what you're feeling and why, you gain control over your reactions, allowing you to respond to situations thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Equally important is the ability to empathize with others. Empathy is what bridges the gap between individuals, creating a sense of shared understanding and trust. When you can put yourself in someone else's shoes, you demonstrate that their experiences and emotions matter to you. This kind of attentiveness is magnetic. It fosters a connection that makes others feel valued and loved. Cultivating emotional intelligence also means developing the skill of emotional regulation. Life is full of moments that test your patience and resilience, but how you respond to those moments can either strengthen or weaken your relationships. By learning to manage your emotions, staying calm under pressure, expressing anger constructively, and choosing kindness over reaction, you show others that you are someone they can rely on in any circumstance. Another key aspect of emotional intelligence is effective communication. It's not just about expressing yourself clearly, but doing so in a way that respects and honors the emotions of others. This might mean validating someone's feelings before offering advice, or being honest about your own emotions without assigning blame. Thoughtful communication builds trust, deepens understanding, and creates a foundation for meaningful relationships. As you cultivate emotional intelligence, you'll notice a shift in how others respond to you. They will feel safe in your presence, knowing that you are someone who listens without judgment, responds with empathy, and values their feelings. This safety fosters deeper connections, making you someone people naturally gravitate toward and love. Emotional intelligence is a skill that grows with practice. Journaling can help you reflect on your emotional patterns, while mindfulness allows you to stay present and attuned to your feelings. Seeking feedback from trusted friends or loved ones can also help you understand how your emotions impact your relationships and where you can grow. The sixth rule is not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take toward cultivating emotional intelligence strengthens your ability to connect with others on a profound level. By understanding your own emotions and showing empathy for the feelings of those around you, you create relationships rooted in trust, respect, and love. This is the essence of emotional intelligence, the ability to be fully present for yourself and others, creating bonds that are as deep as they are enduring. Be generous with kindness is the seventh and final rule. Kindness is a universal language that transcends differences and touches the core of what it means to be human. When you practice generosity in your actions, words, and intentions, you create a ripple effect that draws people toward you. True kindness is magnetic, inviting others to feel valued and loved in your presence. Being generous with kindness doesn't require grand gestures. It's often the smallest acts that have the most profound impact. A warm smile, a word of encouragement, or a moment of genuine appreciation can brighten someone's day in ways you may never fully understand. These small expressions of care tell the world that you see others, that their existence matters to you, and that you are willing to give without expecting anything in return. Kindness also lies in how you treat people in the ordinary moments of life. Holding the door open for a stranger, offering a listening ear to a friend, or showing patience in the face of frustration are all ways to embody this rule. When you are consistent in your kindness, it becomes a natural extension of who you are, radiating outward to touch everyone you encounter. Generosity and kindness also means being compassionate toward those who challenge you. It's easy to be kind to those who are kind in return, but true generosity is shown when you offer grace and understanding to those who may not deserve it. This doesn't mean tolerating harm or ignoring boundaries. It means choosing empathy over resentment and love over indifference. Kindness is also a practice of selflessness. When you focus on what you can give rather than what you can gain, you cultivate relationships built on trust and mutual respect. People feel drawn to those who give freely, not because they seek recognition, but because their kindness is genuine. This authenticity creates connections that are deep, lasting, and profoundly meaningful. At its heart, being generous with kindness is about creating moments of connection and care in a world that often feels disconnected. It's a way of reminding people of their worth and their ability to inspire goodness in others. Kindness, when practiced consistently, becomes a part of your character, a light that others can't help but be drawn toward. As you embody this rule, you'll notice how the energy you give out returns to you in unexpected ways. The more you practice kindness, the more love you invite into your life. It's not a transaction, but a flow, a reminder that the world responds to the energy you put into it. This seventh rule is a call to action, to choose kindness in every moment, to give without hesitation, and to let your generosity inspire those around you. In doing so, you don't just become someone who is loved, you become someone who changes the lives of others, one act of kindness at a time. At the heart of every meaningful relationship lies one undeniable truth. Love is not something you pursue, it's something you embody. The 7 rules you've learned are not fleeting strategies, but enduring principles that transform the way you experience and inspire love. When you love yourself first, you lay the foundation for every connection. By valuing your worth, you create a standard that others are naturally drawn to respect. When you master the art of listening, you give others the gift of feeling truly heard, a rare and powerful experience in today's fast-paced world. Positivity becomes your light, radiating energy that lifts those around you, while showing genuine interest allows you to create bonds rooted in trust and admiration. Living authentically reminds the world that perfection isn't the goal. Being real is. Emotional intelligence deepens your relationships by nurturing empathy and understanding, while kindness, the simplest yet most transformative rule, turns every interaction into an opportunity to inspire and uplift. Together, these rules create a magnetic presence, one that doesn't demand attention, but invites love to flow effortlessly into your life. The beauty of these principles is their timeless nature. They remind you that being loved is not about perfection or external validation. Instead, it's about choosing, moment by moment, to embody the qualities that draw love naturally. Each day is an opportunity to practice these rules, to refine your ability to connect with yourself and others on a deeper level. When you live these rules, you do more than attract love. You inspire it in others. People will remember the way you made them feel, the safety and trust you cultivated, and the kindness you offered without expectation. These are the legacies of a life rooted in love, one that touches hearts and changes lives. As you move forward, take these 7 rules and carry them with intention. Let them guide your actions, your words, and the way you see yourself. When you prioritize love, not as something to seek, but as something to embody, you unlock a life of profound connection and joy. Now I invite you to take this journey further. Share these insights with others who may need them. Subscribe to this channel, leave your thoughts in the comments, and join a growing community committed to living with love and purpose. Together, we can create a ripple effect of kindness, connection, and inspiration. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for choosing to embrace the qualities that make you inevitably loved. This is your time to shine, to be not just someone who seeks love, but someone who radiates it.